Welcome back. Another episode. And what session are we doing today? You guessed it. The infamous biceps and back session, baby. But we are changing it up a wee bit. And we are doing a slightly different bicep exercise to start with. We're doing some incline curls. Start the recording. Because I just feel like a little bit of variation. We got a little sick, potentially just temporarily, of the standard bicep machine. And it's been 2 days since we hit some, arms. I hit it day before yesterday. Alright, we'll do it with some speedy reps. Okay. Alright. That first set's done. I'm just going to move this over a little bit so we've got some space. Slipping out there. Used to be big into the Slipknot when I was in year 12, so final year of high school and that. Fun times, but we're here. Not really massive fan of that kind of music anymore, but I know the songs. It's good fun. We're having a sesh today. What is there to say? It's been a weird last couple of days because I've gotten less sleep last night, the night before as well. So I'm feeling it a bit more today in the form of being particularly irritable. So I was a little like, and like kind of needed to nap. But then Yana was like, do you want to go out and get bubble tea? And so we went. Good thing to do together, but I had a coffee, and then when we got back she was like, oh, maybe you should take a nap if you're tired. And I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to because of the coffee. So I was laying there seeing if I was going to fall asleep. I did keep my phone with me, so that doesn't help whenever I do that. And I just basically went, oh, okay, this isn't happening, so just made some food and that instead. I find whenever I'm more inclined to scroll or something like that, that's when I like to come to the gym and walk on the treadmill. And like, okay, cool, because the gym's only like 10 minutes from my house by drive, which feels like a minute. I'll just either do some learning, listen to something on the headphones, or scroll whilst doing it. And I'm like, well, if I'm scrolling, I might as well be active whilst doing it, blah, 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 go along. But then, when you're in movement and you've got that momentum, I find that you tend to just, I'll flick into doing some work and some of the stuff that I enjoy doing, something more conducive. So there's something to that motion for me, particularly it's like if I'm at home and I lay down on the couch, then I'll just like, okay, instead of lying down on the couch or the floor and scrolling, I'll walk around and scroll. As soon as I start doing that, I flow into doing the next thing. And it's good. It's like I don't even realize, I'm responding to all these messages and I'm doing stuff that's good for the business and better for my health and that as well. Whilst being active, so there's definitely something to all those things lining up for that peak performance side of things. And yeah, I'm definitely enjoying what we're doing every day. So it's good. We've been doing a lot more sessions with like my guy T-Power. We've done like 3 or 4 sessions together this week. Oh my god. That's so loud today on the speakers, I feel. It's not normally so loud. I don't even know if you'll be able to pick me up as well. I can hardly hear myself. They're frothing that today, so maybe I'll move this up a tiny bit for now. Bear with me. Alright, you should be able to hear me more easily now. And yeah, but I'm feeling much better. The food that we're eating is much, it's good. I'm having 1.5 kilograms of meat, of steak nowadays, and that's sustaining my hunger throughout the day. I feel like I'm fueling myself well, feeling fitter and a bit leaner as well. So it's good. Business is going well as well. It's a funny thing, like I said in other episodes. Well, actually, the episode that I did last time, I still have to edit the last couple of episodes because it's like the point of a lot of the gym therapy stuff is I don't have to worry about leaving weird long bits in. It's more like a podcast. But yesterday's one with T-Pal and the day before that both have to be like edited a bit more heavily. Like we talked about some stuff yesterday with T-Pal that I'm like, okay, I can't, like we agreed not to put that in. And then some stuff on my own session, I dropped my phone and the mic fell out. So it's like the audio after I wasn't recorded. So honestly, I just like stored that on my hard drive and was like, I'm not going to allow that to bank up for myself. I'll just do it one day, years down the line in the future. So, been a little while. But in that episode, I was saying, I think it was that episode, that you tend to, the security from a lot of this stuff when you run your own business comes from just knowing, having skills is what we say. And I just realized that again to another level was like, oh, most people, because I was thinking about this when I was washing dishes, I was thinking, oh, okay, you know, the stuff that I do now when I write messages to people and respond and like set up calls and all that, I'm like, you could do this at a company and you get paid to do this kind of work. But one, I enjoy it way more, and it's not menial because it's also for me and I know the purpose of it. But I'm like, oh, the difference is that you have the security at if you do work a job. And I was like, hold on, I'm consistently making the same amount minimum, the same floor minimum every week. And the numbers match out. If I do this many pieces of content, I get this many people messaging me, I get into this many calls, this many people sign up. Simple like maths for funnels. And that, and it's like I make this much work. I was like, oh yeah, no, it is like a job, except a job where the returns are outsized and the leverage that you get is much greater. So as you get more proficient with the skills by doing them more, whilst in a job you'd be capped to earn a little bit more each year, maybe like 5%, 10% more each year. With this, it's like you can earn more so much faster because of the fact that you can make more so much faster because of the fact that you are doing all these things, developing more skill, and then you will get a higher percentage, higher number of people for the same number of messages, for example, or same number of pieces of content you send, for example, if that's the funnel that like I was talking about before. Same number of pieces of content, you get better at it, more people message you from it, you jump onto more calls as you gain proficiency with how to message people better, and these are all independent skills that you can work on, and you start working with more of them so you make more money, and it's like for the same amount of work you can actually make more, and as you do it more and more you get more proficient. So it's pretty cool to be like, oh, it's a job that actually just pays you more and more and more if you just, as long as you keep showing up and doing it. Funnily enough, this week's been great. I've actually not put out any offers really this week at all, I think, and it's Friday now. I think I haven't put anything out since Sunday. So the 30 days of offers is a bit awry, and even content, like I don't think I posted anything yesterday, but I find that it gets really bad, like it makes it worse for me when I think about what I haven't done, when I think about, oh, I haven't done this, haven't made an offer since then, instead of, even now it's making me a bit, but I realize that I always do my best stuff when I focus on what I've done well and what I have done, and I pat myself on the back for it and get momentum rolling, write about it, talk about it, what I've done, and it goes straight into me doing more stuff naturally. So I'd better get this set because I'm just sitting here chatting, getting a little warm actually. So we'll get this going. We got the classic Goku pants on, the classics that get washed fairly regularly. Got a cool bag coming soon as well. All right, let's get this. Maybe go 26s. Okay. So Jan is doing Pilates right now, but we'll get a little pray in. Yeah, so that was that point. And what I want to go after this is, I'm going to go over after this is how, that feeling of panic when you're like, I've got to get stuff done, Anyway. Taking a tip out of the powerlifters book of doing things where they don't really max out as much. And I've been maxing out for a while, like heavier weights to failure, lower rep ranges. And now I'm gonna go a little, like a couple more reps away from failure. Still heavy-ish, like 6 to 8 reps, 5 to 8 reps more so. Or maybe this might be 3 or something, but not pushing as hard to failure and seeing how the strength gains go from there. Because powerlifters do it a lot, and they have the frequency to be it. Because of that, they do that with frequency. They focus on the technique, put on some good strength, good size as well, and they do their accessory work as well. So it should be good fun. All right, and we're going by that powerlifting principle. That 2 reps is me done. Because I'm like, well, that's pretty much me hitting that point for those. 26 might be a bit heavy. We'll drop down and do a cheeky little thing with some, what do I do, 26? Go 18 for a few reps just to round out a tiny bit of the volume there without getting too pumpy with it. All right, it's probably about 3 RIR, roughly. You know, those are always a funny thing to gauge though. I think I did 26 just then, maybe, and I did 18 just then, I think. 22 is probably a good in-between weight for 22 keggers. And yeah, one of the really great things I've had the realization for lately is that it stood out to me when my guy, like I caught up with a couple of guys and we were doing sessions, and I book out a few hours to do sessions, but it's like these guys where when their schedules were thrown out, they were getting anxious about it. I think, one of them is in a gym therapy session video. He was like, oh, I'm getting anxious even thinking about it now, like all the stuff I've got to do. And like, I get it, where if their schedule's out and they're like, oh, normally I start work at 8:30 and now I haven't done this and I'm thinking about all the stuff I haven't done now. I get it, why it induces anxiety, because I've been getting that recently where I'm like, oh, okay, but it's this time of the day, I haven't done this much by this time, oh, I've got so much more I have to do in the day in order to have a productive day, if that makes sense. And it's very like, I've been doing that. I've been catching myself in like that thought pattern and that anxiety coming on a fair bit more lately. So I kind of stopped it and went, okay, what's going on here? I'm starting to think about, like what I was saying before, what I haven't done, what I still have to do, and doing it as, and seeing it as like, I'm only going to be successful in business if I do all of my to-do lists, and if I don't, I'm a failure. And it's like, you never get all of the stuff done in a day that you necessarily set out to do, I find, because it's like an always growing to-do list, especially when you're innovating. There's always more to innovate. Like inherently, it is uncatch-upable on. So I think that I also don't like doing business that way, where I've even found it in some of the sessions that I was doing, because they've been longer sessions, I'll be thinking, oh man, I got to do this and this and this when I get back, and if I don't post, then I'm not gonna, make any money for the day-to-day, or like I'll be able to do this, or I'm not going to be moving the business forward. And that's very much like doing from a place of doing in order to be something, to be the man. I have to do these things instead of being first and trusting that whatever I do is important and will get done, and then being the man first, and then whatever I do will need to get, whatever I do will be done with such a high level of proficiency that it's just guaranteed to work. That's a much nicer place to come from, and it's not very anxiety inducing as well, because I'm like, it's not pleasant to like be scared for your business all the time. And I have found like taking so much of it hands-on myself again, I'm like, oh, that's right. This is some of the stuff that I think I avoided business-wise before. So I was like, this is fantastic. I'm in here, it's like reading a book, the same book at different periods of time in your life. It's like a completely different book. You're like, wow, I didn't even notice this stuff before. it's good to be able to recognize these things within yourself and make amendments, make adjustments. I'm actually going to, speaking of amendments, I'm going to adjust where you're facing here. Whoop. Hopefully you can see this still good. It'll be good. All right. Yeah, just so I can have my water bottle here. It is much more pleasant to do business in a way that is like eustress instead of distress. You're all good. I can move it out of the way if you want. Yeah, okay. That salt water's good. Get some sick pumps. Yeah, instead of it being distressful, we can make it eustressful, because it is still like, if all metrics are the same, you can literally have two people do the exact same units of work and have the exact same output. But what I've found is when the intention and the feeling is different, the outcomes of that output are much different. Much better when they come from a place of eustress and like you enjoy the work and you're pouring into it and there's love behind it. People can feel that in your content, and that goes way further. And it's still like, you can still consider yourself as working hard, but you don't really feel like you work that hard. But it's, the outcomes are very different compared to when it's distressful and you're stressed about your business. Like, oh, is it gonna fail? Is this thing gonna go like exactly how I want it to go, and that? Because you let go of all of those outcomes and trust them to God, it takes all of this pressure, like this negative pressure off, and it just puts like, instead of seeing things as an obligation, you see them subconsciously as an opportunity. Wow, this is an opportunity. I was even thinking about this before I came here. What drives me for a lot of my work is knowing that all paths lead to God through my work because of who I am, but also it's what I talk about in my content. It's what ends up getting talked about a lot with my clients. One of my guys, like when I first started working with him, he actually went and got baptized in the name of Jesus Christ, and that was so cool to be like, whoa, part of that. That's so deep, and a deep level of fulfillment to be part of that journey, because all glory goes to God. But even to be like, that was around the time, and that was my suggestion to him. I was like, look, if you take one thing away from us working together or potentially not working together, it's like really strongly recommend look into getting baptized and like do your own thing and like have that between you and God. And so he came to that himself, and that was really cool. So very cool to understand that, wow, my work directly relates to that walk with God for a lot of people. And I've heard people come up and say it, like, I love it, like I enjoy it. I really enjoy it when people come up and they're like, wow, your content's so inspiring and all that. But when they specifically say it helps me with my walk with God, that's something else, man. You're like, well, me? Like, I feel like I'm just some guy, like. So it's very cool to have that to be able to play that part in someone's journey. And for me, that's the driving force for me. Is like when I think about it, I'm like, okay, this is not an obligation to, you know, sometimes it can feel like that. Sometimes I get in my head and make it feel like I choose to see it as like an obligation. Oh, I've got to do all this work. I'm locked in and it's like a job. But I'm like, one, it's like we've talked about many times before, it is a privilege to be able to work hard or just like work a job that you love and that you're called for by God. The biggest thing is, like, I was looking at Ecclesiastes 3:18 or something like that. I might have that slightly wrong, but it's basically, I'm going to paraphrase it. It is a privilege and an honor to delight yourself in labor for God. Like the labor that God puts into your life is something to be heralded and like really cherished. So being able to do that is great, because then even for me, I'm like, wow, I just see it as like, I'm excited to make the next piece of content. And then even then, like I'm excited to fulfill with my clients and help them do as much as possible and go above and beyond for them. Like one of the calls today, it was like almost 2 hours long. It's supposed to be about an hour, but we were getting into, I was like teaching them how to make martial arts content that sells as well. And this is the first call we've had on like specifically working together. This whole foundation was laid down from it. And it was pretty cool. Like I'm so in my element when I do it. And even before I was kind of panicking, like, oh, I need to prepare more was the thought. But then I was like, okay, I know I do my best work when I kind of jump in. I have a rough idea of what I'm going to do. I know the structure overall for the three things, but I still want to ask him where he's at, personalize this to him. And when I get into my flow state, that's when the best stuff happens for me. So it was cool. Anyway, Next set. Hey man, let's get it. The 22 kegers. Let's go. Beautiful. I think that's about good there. Honestly, that's weird to not push it all the way to failure. But that was pretty good. 2 sets of that is solid for me. We'll do a bit of back work because the biceps have been receiving a beating as of late. The spray bottle is over there. Now, we are Alright, made that as awkward as possible. I've clipped that closer to my... It's on the middle of my chest now on my microphone. So, it's great to be able to see your craft, your work that way. And that's even what I recognize. Like this week, I've been doing so much in-person catching up and networking, creating, helping that I love doing. And part of it is like, it's so easy for me and it creates, like I make money doing it, it's just a pathway for it. And that's something we might talk about more in depth later. But then the next part of it is also being okay with it, making money and being so easy as well, being chill with it. We're gonna head over to our favorite little high row machine over here. Will be good, I reckon. Yeah, this will be good from here, I reckon. Ooh, maybe even here would be sick. You can kind of see the high row from behind. Oops, sorry, bro. Nope, not in anyone's way here. Okay. Yeah, this should be alright. It won't get kicked. We'll be all good. Right here. Wait. Do I have that right? Yeah. Yep. So, that kind of stuff really helps you put into perspective how easy it can be. And that's where I kind of had some moments of panic when I was like, well, this is so easy. Like, oh, I need to be doing something else. But I'm like, actually, this is the most important thing in the world because this is what God's called me to do. On Monday, we fellowshipped for like 6 hours, bro. Like we came here, did a gym session. And like 3 of us broke off after, like when everyone else went home. We just sat at the tables over here and we just talked for like another 3.5 hours. And it's like, you'd be like, okay, a lot of the time, like the instinct is to go, where are the weights? The instinct can kind of be like, wow, okay, you know, that wasn't an ROI inducing activity. Like that wasn't 10 DMs sent, that wasn't this bit. Versus being like, wow, that was a blessing to be able to chat to those guys and fellowship and share in that with God. Recognize that opportunity that God's given us to be together. And then, honestly, for me this week, it's been like letting go of the outcome and trusting it all to God. As a result of that, bro, like I've been getting people literally being like, yeah, please, like, let me keep working with you, please. Or one guy who was like, basically just went like, yeah, I'll do another month with you, man. Like, we're in our first week, and he's like, yeah, please sign me up for another month. And just like, don't even have to worry about it. You send through the contract and be like, yeah, cool, send through the payment. And he just does it. And he's like, yeah, I want to make sure I do it before the cutoff date and all that. Literally just like so keen to do it. And it comes from, very blessed that it comes from that state of just you being first and trusting those outcomes to God. And then you just do what's required. And then you're okay with it being easy and feeling like nothing, you know? Like lightweight. Do some primer. Okay. Oh, one more. All right. Ooh. So, I think I reckon what I'll do. I didn't grab any D handles for this one. Maybe I can do that. Yeah, that might be good. I might just have to shuffle back a tiny bit, see if the handles can handle this, or down a tiny bit. Oh wow, gotta really put some oomph into that to get that seat down. I recognized that the outcomes, even with business, it's like you have to trust the outcomes to God. It's all faith driven, and that's the guarantee that it works exactly the way that it's supposed to. A lot of guys think that they, and I myself included, you start slipping like, I have to make this happen. And like, don't get me wrong, it can work to a degree, but it's so much less pleasant than being able to surrender those outcomes to God and do all of this through Him and with Him. It's actually such a blessing and so much more fun, I find, because you aren't trying to take on the whole world by yourself. You are literally doing the same things you would be, but it's so much more pleasant and the outcomes are so much better. And you, like, look, from a business standpoint, in my experience, you make so much more money as well, which is great, like a real great privilege to be able to do. You get to serve more people and you are more present as well. It's like your clients get a better you every single day. It's like you are always improving. And it's fun, man. It's fun. Even being able to share this, I'm like, wow, this is really important, because, I mean, I forget sometimes, you know, it happens. All right, I got a couple handles here so that we can get a little bit of this motion going. Alright, that's not so bad. It just bottoms out is all. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a choice here. Am I going to sacrifice the range of motion? Or, I don't really want to kneel and do one arm at a time. Which is better. I think I'm gonna go back to not using the handle. Can I move this forward? Not really. Nah, we'll be defeating the purpose if we do it that way, or what I like about it. Alright, we'll crack on without these handles being used. I'll just put them back in the box. Yeah. It is really great to be doing what we do every single day, have it feel this way. Really cool. Real cool privilege to be able to share in this with everyone and do it whilst doing what you're passionate about. Pretty sick. So even like these guys now, it's like I'm also, I forget, I'm kind of innovating in the martial arts business space as well. Being able to prove to people that you can get paid to do this stuff and like make content. Anyway, like do it organically. Most guys, I think they just think of going straight to ads. Okay, I've got to run ads. So there's a whole market of people that don't understand that there's this whole untapped potential of organic marketing and personal brand. So people don't really understand what it means either. And there's so much depth to like what you can do content-wise as well. It really is quite the blessed journey, man. Yeah, so that was a big realization I had recently, was the whole, even just remembering like my craft all leads towards God, and it's directly in service to God, and it's really cool to be able to do that and have that be some of the fruits of my labor. So the outcomes are cool, and that's a cool place to be driven from as well for myself. Instead of thinking of the obligation of gotta send these messages and that, it's like, well, as I do these, the more I get to do, the more I help. And when I do it intentionally, that's one of the big things this week, is it actually flourishes really well. And yeah, a realization that I had with these, from discussing it with Yana, and I felt a bit under attack when she was saying it, was that sometimes I tend to hang out with people who are like less financially successful than me. I mean, that's just a fact, less financially successful. And she was asking like, why is that, you know? And for me, it's like a sense of security. A lot of the time I end up working with some of these guys, and it's like an easy pathway for cash flow for me and to be able to have that impact as well and help. So great for the day-to-day. And also what I was looking at last night by myself was I came here and I was doing some walking on the treadmill and typing some stuff up on the laptop with DeepSeek. I had a realization that, so long as I keep the focus on, remember to keep focus as well on the long term and some of the bigger players, then I also have I'm also investing in those long-term relationships as well, and those partnerships that inevitably come down the line from doing what I do, especially being more of a man to the people, or if you're looking at a wealth dynamic profile, basically a profile that explains like what kind of person you are within a team or how you best operate to accumulate wealth. It's just a personality thing specifically in the context of wealth. And my primary one is a deal maker, where you go out and make deals with people and you bring good deals to the table for like two parties coming together or different parties coming together, and you make the deal sweeter for everyone involved. So leaning into that is a lot of what I've been doing this week, and for me it doesn't feel like work, but remembering to do that with also having the long-term thing, because I had a bit of thing Jana just brought to my attention. I have had a bit of a thing about feeling not worthy about people that are more financially successful. In my mind, I'm not worth their time, kind of thing. Even at my stage of the game, you know? But she's like, well, do you think that if someone is more financially successful than you'd have nothing to offer them? And even this week, like this was before the conversations that I had with her about this, I already do, because I've met some guys that I think are bigger players than me in like a business sense directly through the businesses that they do. But I do have something to offer, like even with my martial arts coaching, the mindset side of things, the leadership, the ability to help develop the leadership, and even like the art of being man, being a complete rounded and man and being fulfilled in that. I'm great at doing that. So recognizing that's where a lot of the value is, because the mind is the key to all of that stuff, and I'm great with that stuff. Recognizing where I'm at and continuing to build, continuously developing more skill by way of that is a very cool thing to be able to do. So for me, it's remembering that I do that, and then also the guys that are like not as financially far along with their journey. My thing is to be able to help them help foster their journey, and to also help foster their journey and create a pathway for them, for those in that do well with that stuff and do want to keep working with me, create a pathway for them to keep being able to work with me and keep going up and up if that's what they choose. Because like some guys want more and more help or like more depth as they go, because as you learn more, you can do more, create more. So that's a large part of my job, is being able to have these pathways and just do that stuff together is great. And now I recognize that, and it's all the stuff that Jana and I normally talk about. It's just coming back to it with a new level of depth. Like we said, like reading a book when you've developed a period of time, and it could even be a month later, you're like, wow, this is a whole different book. I don't even remember these bits, or like, because you can't perceive certain things until you're ready. Basically, it comes from a state of being first, even your perception. Anyway, let's get this set. Have a little pray. Yeah. I'm keen. All right. Good to get that momentum. Live that life. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. All right. Ooh, my ears popped a little bit there. That is a good amount of weight for that side of things. There, I felt really solid. I'm happy with that for 6 reps. It's good. Whew. Feeling good. Feeling good with that. Feeling a little cooked. I enjoy it. So what I was doing last night was coming here, like I said, the momentum from movement, and really just reiterating to a new level of depth and understanding the martial arts and business angle, as well as the angle of that offer. And with that even came we're going to develop some resources for people, because it's a common question I've been getting, a blueprint for a basic blueprint, like a phase 1, I guess you could say. Oh, that's sick, that's awesome. I'm going to put it in terms of that, like in striking and grappling, anything martial arts, you got different phases of things. This is something I was working on with a client this morning, actually, and that was the idea of phases. So it's like, instead of just going like, Ilya Topori talks about this, instead of just going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's kind of comments, because he never really normally throws stuff like that. He does it in intentional, deliberate, like pad work, where he'll go like 1, 2, 3, end that phase, and then 4, 5, 6 kind of thing, or 3, 4, 5, 6, and people aren't ready for that second phase, because normally after 1, 2 or 3 shots, they start to lower their guard, like, okay, I dropped the first couple, and then you go boop, 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 boop. It's disrupting their timing and their rhythm. So those are phases, and you can build way more phases. Those are like offensive phases, and that I kind of consider my defense as part of my phase as well. It's like I might layer a bit of footwork or a feint in, and that's my phase 1. Either way, it's like these phases build on each other based on disrupting expectations that you create from different phases. And most people, it's like, especially in Muay Thai, like my guy this morning has done a lot more Muay Thai, and this is something we talked about way back when he first started. But even being able to like not just go 1 for 1. It's not just like, okay, my turn, your turn, which a lot of people get used to in Muay Thai. But a lot of the best stuff is actually interrupting or disrupting their turn, and you control you control the terms of the engagement, when you engage, how you engage, the whole thing, and that's what winning fights is essentially. So, in terms of that, I can create blueprints in terms of phases, like a phase 1, how to create, because I'm not going to work with a lot of these guys. They don't have the means, they haven't started making content, they haven't really, well, I do end up working with someone because they want help with implementing this stuff. So yeah, that's where like the foundational offer comes in. So like some lower tiered offers are what I've introduced for this, like $500 to like 200 to 2K to 2K kind of offers. Those are really helpful and like sell like really easily for me. And then having more like a mid tier, which is like 5 to like, I think it's like 5 to 10K kind of thing. And then you have like the top tier stuff, which is more that like partnership, 10K plus upfront investment, growth partnership stuff, like what we do with some of our other businesses. And upfront, so there's a retainer and a percentage normally. So it could be like a 40K upfront and a 50% of revenue or profit kind of thing. And we share in growing the company. That's different structures for everyone. That's just an example. But creating that pathway for the phase 1 guys as well, I think is really, really important. And that's just something I can see that is needed by a lot of these guys that want the help. They just don't know how. Like I've been having a few conversations this week where guys just don't know how to sell using content, and the principles that I'm using, I put them into a martial arts context, but I can put them into any context. I've put them into a business context, into a fitness coaching context, into like a dunking context we've put them into before. All manner of things, even like videography is a big one. Editing, like anything that you have, and and you can build a personal brand around it. I can put that into context because it's the fundamentals. The structure is the same. The specifics are just what might change. And that's where if I can give someone that structure, they're not just randomly posting stuff and praying that it works, spraying and praying. They are they've got a structure to know, okay, this will work. I've just got to stick to this, understand the structure, learn these rules so that I can then break the rules or add my own unique flair to them down the road. That is a cool thing to play a part in. So building these blueprints for people to cater to their different phases will be a really good start, so that they know how to start making content for that and start making money from it, start being able to do it, start being able to do the things that they want to do for both the short term and the long term. I think that's going to be really, really big. That's one of the next things. And Yana did note this before. She's like, normally when you're more on top of it and more proactive, I always have this initiative. I'll be like the leader of my business. Oh, hey, we're going to do this, this, this. This is what I need from my team, my marketing team. And I am going to, I make my own resources and all that. And I think something that happens is when you go into a bit of survival mode with this, as I've been very focused on the short term and cash flow. And now that I recognize that it's like a job, I just do these things that don't feel like that much work, consistently bring in income every week, will be fine. And that will keep growing. Then I can also, then it's like you stop being reactive, because survival mode is very reactive. Then you start being proactive, you go into CEO mode, you know? So stepping back into that. Or it's always there, but remembering that's the main seat to be sitting in, because then that also takes care of the day-to-day stuff, the survival-esque things. So for me, remembering to do that whilst balancing that, the day-to-day side of things, is big, and being able to convey that to other people. So Yana did note that when I'm more proactive, I'm always like, oh, okay, I'm going to make this value piece, and I don't ask for permission. Sometimes when I start working, like I have a marketing department, I might defer to them and think, oh, I need to wait for permission, but it doesn't work like that. They're like supplements to what I'm already doing. You still got to do all the main stuff yourself, and the supplements add to that. You know what I mean? And having a supplement like a great marketing department like I have, you're off to the races, bro. Like, unstoppable. All right, let's get this next set. Maybe I'll give you a cheeky shirtless thing. All right. Let's get this set. Then we'll get the shirt back on. Just a little flabbernacle. Turn it back inside out. Do this one here. Alright. Alright. Mean, bro. That's good stuff. Really enjoyed that. Let's put the shirt back on now. The singlet. Right. Show a bit of a rig. So, that's right. And tuck the singlet back into the pants. Keep that going. And keep all of our own stuff going. So that was solid. 2 sets on that's good. We'll get into some of those machine rows as well now. I reckon that is the go. So I'll shuffle this over. And whilst I'm packing the weights away, oh, forgot that I wasn't talking into the mic. Going onto the machine row now. I just make sure to not talk whilst I'm moving the mic, otherwise it goes and all that. So we're going to the rear delt row, the classic, a favorite, and we're gonna rip into some reps here. Oh, yeah, should be good. Wait, did I just wipe? I think I wiped the wrong thing. I wiped the machine that I'm going to instead of the one I was just on, I think. Yeah, that seems about right. A little tired, but we're all right. So I'll move my bottle over and keep chatting. Yeah, so when it comes to that, I just thought of that last night. I was like, wow, that would be such a good thing to create. Because the point of what I'm doing now is to have these conversations with people and get in the DMs with them, because that's where I do my best work. Get in the DMs, catch up with them, do calls. Yeah, because that's where I can also help the most, affect the most change, because I know how useful what I do is. And there are people that literally need it, begging to work with me to get to that like fullness of it, you know? To supercharge that journey, I guess you could say. Yeah, would be the way I would phrase it. All right. Oh, this is easy. Put them away like this, just on the back here. That's good. I think that's good. Because people can go pretty heavy on this, I imagine. Got guys like my guy T-Power was doing 4 of the 25 kilogram plates yesterday. Oh no, a few days ago, not yesterday. Yesterday we did some legs. That was sick. He's very strong. Very strong man. Strong boy. Pushes me to be stronger as well. So that's always good. Ah! Yeah. This is good. We're over to our classic machine over here. Our classic churner and burner. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna set you up over here on this maybe on this little Tibant race thing over here and get you from far away. Because we can, because the gym's not so busy. Wait, where are you? Is that the machine there? Yeah. Plus I just like doing it because I've got the lav mic. I'm like, I'm all the way over there and you're all the way over here and you can still hear me. You know? You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. It's like a kid getting to play with his toys. Because I mean this stuff, they're toys for me, you know? Gym stuff, cool gym equipment and cool camera equipment and all that stuff. Editing software and all that, they're toys, bro. So, pretty simple in that regard, and some cool anime stuff. Some good tech. I have a lot of fun with that stuff, you know? Oh, hello, you're all the way over there, and I'm all the way over here. What? Yeah, so, good times, man, good times. Feeling really good. I was feeling so on the way here. I even got a little irritated on the way over, or just before we came over, because Yana was doing some important stuff and I called her. Anyway, it was a whole thing, but I recognized, I think because I got a little less sleep, I was like an upset toddler that I felt like I got ignored, but intellectually I knew that she was doing something, and if I really needed to, I would have messaged her or something, but then physically, like in my body, flesh-wise, I got mad, and so I stopped myself instead of just reacting and starting to act straight away, which I did earlier today as well. Not with her, but with the dogs. It just doesn't go well. It always leads to like me doing something silly, breaking something accidentally, and that. So I recognized that and just stopped, just breathed, took some time, didn't say anything. It was good. She asked if I was mad, and I was like, yeah, but I'm working through it. That feels good. I love this row, bro. That feels so sick on the rear delts, the lats, the lower back, all that jazz. So good. So blessed. I am strolling on over to grab some more weight. I reckon, well, look, realistically, if I can do a couple reps with 5 of these 25 kilogram plates, not super clean, I reckon even after that, I'm able to do a few reps with the 4 plates on this one. We'll see how that goes. Have it fresh, and then I'll drop the weight if I need to for that, because obviously we want to kind of stick to that bodybuilding, also not bodybuilding, but the not as much failure-esque route that we were going. The thing is, you gotta enjoy training, you know. If I love going heavy, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go heavy because it's fun, bro. It's sick, and when you're having fun, fun gets done. And you're all the way over here, all the way over there. yeah, really great fun to be able to recognize, make all these realizations in business whilst doing all this stuff. Such a privilege, man. Grateful to God every day. Something that I've been finding really useful is when I get a little overwhelmed with stuff, the last thing I want to do is like pray to God and like take a second to breathe. I want to act, I want to do, and like rectify. Like I've used that word a fair bit before, rectify, correct, and it's like, well, if God meant for it to happen, I'm not rectifying anything, I'm just doing what I'm called to do. So I will pray about stuff. And another dude with a tripod here. I guess I'm gonna start bringing my tripod in, bro. I will be able to do those things and do it from a place of relax, like flow state first. So flow state requires you to relax first instead of trying to force and do it. I equate it to sparring. When I spar, when you feel like you're not quite doing what you need to do, if you try and force it, you hurt yourself, you hurt your partner or something like that, and it's like not in a good way. But when you take it a second and you think, okay, don't go harder, go better. Like I do this to myself, it's kind of like that. Simmer down, like bring your physical intensity down, bring your mental intensity up. Like go smarter, go like a level up intelligence wise. Now even if someone's trying to go harder than you physically, then you just like go into this flow where it's like you don't even have to be throwing hard or fast, your placement's good, your time is good, and then you can add speed and that to it. But it's like it feels like you're just cutting through butter with your shots, and that so that flow state is something important to remember for life as well. That is, it's just really solid and good to be able to do there. I'm just gonna chat to this guy because he's got the DJI mic on. After he does his set, go say hi because he's got the camera and the tripod. So I'll look him up, hit him up on the socials as well. But yeah, maybe I should do my first set whilst he's doing his. I think it's been a few minutes. Let's do that. Okay, let's get it. I think he's using the DJI mic as well. Oh, all right. That was not so bad, bro. Not so bad. I reckon I don't need to drop down to 3 plates because that would be way too light. But I can maybe do, well, like just 3 by itself. I could do 3 and a 15 maybe. It's like a 10 kilogram drop per side. That'd do me perfectly, bro. That'd do me perfectly. You are, I'm assuming, I don't mean to interrupt, you're making content for social media and that,
yeah,
I assume? I got the same mic, like the DJI one. Yeah, it's
so good.
Yeah, dude, so good, so good.
I was at it sounds weird, but I was at an arm wrestling training.
Oh yeah?
And this guy there had like his whole camera set up, and he had a mic like that too. And I like listened to some of his YouTube videos, and I was like, damn, I need to get a mic like that.
Yeah.
I was originally looking at one of the Rode mics, but I was like, they're a little bit too chunky for me.
Yeah.
But no, these mics are great.
Yeah, man.
I was thinking about getting I think the next gen ones.
The mini ones? Or the 2?
Yeah, it's kind of like, looks like see-through.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if it's worth it. If it's like, it's much more expensive too.
Yeah. Well, these look better, I find. I love the texture on them, but they also like, I think they sound way better as well.
100%. I see you doing the recording as well.
Yeah, the internal recording, just in case.
I haven't gotten into doing that too often. Like, I'm trying to like do everything as minimal as I can.
Oh yeah.
Like, the content that I post is mostly all just YouTube videos, long form.
Yeah, same. It's like I just like make like no cuts and that.
I don't want to edit too much. I just want to chuck a video in there and like post it up.
Yeah, I'm the same, bro. It's so much easier.
What's your social media?
I'll if I add you on that because my phone's filming right now. If that's cool. Yeah, bro. I'll get yours as well, bro.
Yeah. You mostly do just Instagram, or what's your?
I do all of them, like Instagram. Instagram's my main one, but then I also do like the long form stuff on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and that. So that's me there, bro. What's yours?
So this is my girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
I'll send your profile to.
Yeah, perfect.
To her, to me.
Yeah,
so,
sick, man.
Yeah, there's that. Show this profile. And then.
Sick, bro.
Just Arno, man. What's
Arno?
your name?
I'm Kaey-Lib.
Kaey-Lib, nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah, sick, man. I'll keep an eye out for it, man. But it's good, man.
I'm
it's
like
good.
same on everything. Like Arno just on Instagram, Facebook. I don't really use Facebook, but YouTube probably like the most.
Yeah, cool, man. That's awesome, bro.
Nice to meet you, man.
Cool. Nice to meet you too. This is your misso as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
You have a French bulldog.
Yeah, we have two.
You've been begging me for one day.
Oh, so good. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, they're good. Worth it, bro. See you, bro. All right. I'm putting these on. Oh, I already took the 25s off when I walked past Arno. All right, I'll remember that. All right. Okay. Cool. So good times. He creates content too for social media. And that's fun. I'm gonna need some water. So I'm gonna head over here and you can look at the seat whilst I am having some water. Or maybe I'll give you something interesting to look at whilst I drink my salt water. I don't think Yana's even done yet. Here we go, drinking salt water. Riveting stuff. That's good stuff. Good salt water, bro. I like it. That Himalayan pink salt? That's money, bro. That is a money combination. Oh, cool. That Goku actually gives me good reference because all the gym equipment kind of looks the same from a distance. So I think from there, yeah, we'll be able to see the back a bit. Sea World. Oh, I'm just being mindful not to tilt my phone too much. That should be A1 okie dokie with me. So I'll shirt off for this one as well. We might as well, it's not too busy today. And then we'll rip a set of these. Yeah, it's good. Got the Goku sweats. Premium, bro. Some anime, sponsor me, bro. Sponsor me. Big nerd. Good times. Oh, crack my back a bit. Oh, it's good. Oh, my back. So, yeah, good times. Oh yeah, I'm doing this stuff without doing the deadlifting first. So, I prefer it. Not really one to do too many deadlifts, although recognizing where my grip was at, 170 was easy, bro. I can definitely pull like, I reckon even like 180, 185 kilograms with no straps and like no wraps or anything. Because I know that I can pull 220 for 2 with straps, but it's kind of cool to see where the grip is at. That 200 attempt, like I know I could have gotten it, but my grip started to go and like then I felt the rest of the chain, once one link in the chain was gone, it started to go off because I don't lift without wraps. So probably a good thing to get used to for that grip strength again, and just like deadlifts are fun, man. So I'll get into some deadlifting. I'm inspired by T-Power, so I'm a power lifter now. I'm a power lifter. Should be good. Lots of chatting, lots of yapping in between it. I don't think my wife is done with Pilates yet. Or Yana's not done with Pilates yet. You guys know Yana. Yeah. It's good though. Always cool to meet different people. So I saw him, he was doing the DJI and also the, he's got like a big, like a tripod and proper camera, Arno. So that's like real sick to be able to see that he's doing that. I'll ask permission from the manager because I know that's what I need to do, and I'll start bringing in my tripod, even just to set the phone up because that's so simple for me. and then I'll probably I reckon it's time to get like a better camera as well. Yeah, we'll see. Because the one right now stops every half an hour. But it's actually not bad. Like, I could probably use it and start doing my gym stuff again. I just don't like having to come over and like start the camera again, because especially for like the podcast style stuff, it disrupts the thing if I have to constantly, interrupt the conversation. If we're about to move to a different machine, it makes sense because we're already starting to get in motion. But if we're literally in the middle of a conversation, I got to stop. Oh, it's been half an hour. Let me restart the filming. Kind of is a bit jarring conversationally. Jana's still good, still going. All right, let's get this set. Pop the rig out and go again. Oh, last session that I did, that the audio stopped working. I did some bag work at the end, which you didn't get to see. You won't get to see until that's done and I sync the audios up. I didn't even do the audio for the bag work, but now you'll get to see some today. Nice to meet you too, bro. Take care, bro. I'll keep an eye out. Be cool to get like a workout in or something sometimes.
You do some martial arts stuff as well.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Are you an instructor or you just do it for fun?
Oh, I'm an instructor. Like I do my own coaching as well, like out of my own like garage and that.
Down to do some of that.
Oh, dude, sick. Yeah, I'd love to, bro. I'd love to. Have you done any before?
Little bits here and there, more so on the jiu-jitsu side of things.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
I'm too fucking big now. I'm just so immobile and unfit. I'm like,
that's fair.
I'd rather do that than like running.
Yeah. I get you, bro. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Definitely be down to do that.
Yeah, man, be sick.
Bodybuilder tries martial arts or something.
That's it, man. That'd be sick. I can either bring some stuff in, or you can come around. Like my house is just 10 minutes up. Do a bit of a spar and that. Yeah, be sick, man. Appreciate it. Good to meet you. Take care. Let's go. I know. I'll add him. All right. Always networking. Not even networking. That's just like, I know people consider that networking. I'm just chatting, bro. Just here to chat. Just here for a good time. Almost took my pants off accidentally. Almost took my pants off. Here for a chat. Here for a good time. Almost forgot that the mic is on here and not on my shirt. All right. Let's get this. You ready? For Jesus. That last one, I was like, oh, maybe I can do 10. Nah. Hit the 8, and the 9th was a bit off, volume-wise. All right. That was sick, man. Really fun. Although, I'm not actually sure what Jana's doing. Oh, there she is. She's finished. Jana's finished. Perfect timing. All right. Remember what I taught you. Because I don't remember. This is all the art of being man. Embody that. Okay, she's let me know. She just walked over to let me know. Embody that. It'll be all gravy, baby. She might have tried to call me, actually. Oh, actually, we'll get the martial arts minute in. Oh, actually, I had a session today. So I've done my martial arts stuff. Don't really need to hit the bag or anything today. That should be all right. I'll leave it at that so as not to overcook myself. And I reckon I might even take Jana home. What time is it? I don't know what time it is, but I might even just, what do you call it? Come back and do some cardio and that here for just a little bit of that movement, and to keep some of the stuff I want to do rolling. Make some, I got a voiceover thing that I want to do, because for me that's like the most fun stuff to create, but a voiceover about flow state inspiring, because people ask me about that a fair bit. And that kind of content and raw sparring clips are like what people really like seeing as well. So if I have some raw sparring with some commentary over it, for me it's super easy to make. And for other people it's so valuable to create and do all of that as well, that it's just cool, man. It's just really cool to be able to contribute in that way. Wait, what was I saying? I just kind of zoned it. Oh yeah, but yeah, well, contribute made sense. It's great to be able to do something that's so seamless for me. It's like my style is so helpful for people, and it's the content that gets the most traction for me as well. People just love it, bro. They love the martial art, the sparring breakdown stuff, and the commentary over it. Oh man, and I've already got a bunch of exciting clips in that I can use, and have been able to use more of lately, because like I just got some unseen footage in that, or even some footage that I know works because I've used it in different hooks, and that you put it with that, off to the races, bro. Don't even need to find new content per se. You're just using the same content that people love, want to see, and learn more about through that. Repurposing content to the max, bro. Oops. Let me get my... Okay, careful. Ho, 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 ho. Alright. I'm going to do one cheeky pull-up set right here, right now. This thing here. Where are we? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Let's get this. Clip the mic to my pants. One set of pull-ups. Please be with me, Jesus, for these wide grip pull-ups. Thank you for another beautiful day. Let's get it. That'll do. This is all the art of being man. I'm talking down to my nuts right now. Embody that, and it'll be all gravy, baby. Remember, serve God. Serve God. Trust all outcomes to God. Everything always works out. You're always safe. With God, everything is always provided. You simply accept that, love it, receive it, and come from that place of being, bro. It is one of the greatest blessings of our lives. I'd say it's sort of free. It'll only cost you everything, but it's worth it. All right, love you guys. Take care.